We know so many people who put off retiring for fear of what they'll do after. And that's a true feeling, so we get it.
You know, the fear of what will I do is a real one that many of you experience. But by putting off retirement, you might be cheating yourself and maybe others who want to spend more time with you.
If you can afford to retire and it's your dream to leave your job, then do it. Today we're going to take away some of that fear and leave you feeling inspired to take the leap and enter into this incredible phase of life.
But before we go further, we want to introduce ourselves. My name is Mark Rollins.
And I'm Jody Rollins, and we started Retirement Transformed, not only for us, but for all of you and the 10,000 people turning 65 every day.
Now, we don't focus on the financial aspects of retirement, but rather we pay attention and focus on lifestyle, health, relationships, and more.
If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and also the notification button so you'll get notified when our videos come out.
I recently got into cycling, and the first thing I did was to get to know a local bike shop.
The first thing you did was spend an hour on Google.
That's true.
Okay.
But the first thing that the results said was get to know someone in your bike shop. So we went to the local bike shop, and we met this great guy, Greg, who had a stellar career in insurance just like you and I. His finances were in order. He got a package at 60, and he retired. But he retired into something. He was an avid cyclist, and instead of just retiring, he spoke to the owner of the bike shop and said, "Hey, I'm going to retire soon. Can I come work for 20 hours a week?" And he got a job.
Well, it was
and
nice
he loves it
because it lined up with his passion, right?
Right.
It gave him instant community in the shop and the people he was serving. I think he only did it for 20 hours
20
or so
hours a week, yeah. He got paid.
He did,
but he loved more
yeah.
the discounts on the equipment and clothing.
Yeah, which is a great way to think about retiring into something. Thinking about your passions and then what are some benefits.
But here's the big thing. He was 60, and when we were chatting about this, he really was deciding whether or not to work another 5 or 10 years or retire. And it's because he retired into something that he did it. But he's been retired now for, I think, 7 years, and he loves his life. It's great. He works part-time. His wife cycles, so they have that in common,
well,
right?
she cycles as well, but she's also retired, and they do have that in common. And, you know, she had her thing that she was doing for about 20 hours a week, and then they do some things together, including cycling, even cycling as a vacation, which is kind of cool.
They do. We should do that sometime.
We should.
Where? Europe?
Sure.
Come on. Well, with some deep reflection and planning, retiring early has tremendous appeal, and it can enhance your life in so many ways.
I retired at 53, much earlier than I imagined. And you retired at
61.
62?
61.
Oh, 61.
Yeah. I thought it would be 65 or 70.
Yeah, and in the past 4 years, we've made tremendous strides in our life. You know, our relationship, because we're spending more time together and more quality time, as well as quantity, is better. And I think our physical health is even better than it's ever been.
You think? It's absolutely better. I feel younger and better than I ever have in my life because we've worked on it.
Right.
Well, with all the new habits and routines that we have in place, our mental wellness is improving every day. I mean, it really is, isn't it? And the community that we're building in retirement is growing, just like Greg in the bicycle shop. You know, he's now got a whole new community that he's built post-career, and we've done the same thing.
So here's really what we want to get to today. Here's the truth about retiring early. Number one truth is you do have newfound time. And let's be honest, work was hard and stressful, and it was hard to find any time to do anything for yourself. And when you get to walk away, you find 40 or more hours a week to do with what you want to do.
And if you're someone who really loves their job, and we hear this all the time, I don't really want to leave because I love it. I'm getting so much satisfaction. But you could retire. Then here's the thing. Go to your employer and say, you know what? I want to stay, but I want to work part-time. I want to work 20 hours a week. And that's okay, or even 10 hours a week.
Yeah, I mean, strike a deal and go part-time. You know, find that hour balance that works for you. But just remember this. Your newfound time opens up major opportunities for you. So let's go to another truth. You know, opportunities are truly endless. You know, start with your dream job that aligns with your passion, kind of like Greg did at the cycle shop. Or maybe it's a nonprofit for you that you really want to sink your heart and soul into. You may want to coach somebody younger or somebody up and coming in your old company. Or if you're like Mark and I, maybe you want to write a book and find a way to pour your stories into the book to help others.
Well, you could also travel. A lot of people travel. There's a lot of people that travel
I would
for a
like
year.
to start traveling.
We are traveling, but not, I mean, taking a year, I don't think we could do that.
No.
But you could start a hobby. You know, I started cycling. We started playing golf again. This winter in Florida, we're going to take up pickleball.
We're committed.
We're committed. But you also can spend time just re-engaging with old friends or repairing some broken relationships. With all this free time, there's a lot that you can do, but we don't want you to let the fear of not having a plan hold you back. Watch some of our other episodes on planning for a full and active retirement. All the links for the shows that align with what we're talking about today are below.
So now you have some time on your hands, whether it's 40 newfound hours or 20 or 10. So let's go to another truth. You can do this now because you are as young today as you're ever going to be in time.
Yeah, I think that's important.
I think it's important too.
Because we looked at it that way a little bit too. At our ages when we retired, and even now, we have energy. We got a really good baseline on our health and wellness, so you kind of know where you are and what you need to do. You have more time to do what you want to do versus waiting another 5 or 10 years. I mean,
Yeah, it's true. But, I will tell you, it's not all roses and butterflies, right? When we retired, our health baseline, I'll say for both of us, was pretty low.
And frankly, I'm glad we learned that because we weren't paying attention to
We
our
weren't
health.
paying attention. And had we continued working and living at the pace and eating and drinking the way we were through
Right.
business and extracurricular activities, we would have gotten a lot worse. So we've used the past 4 years to work hard on that aspect of our life. And I think we are feeling younger than we did 4 years ago when we did
I
retire.
definitely feel younger. Absolutely. I'm more fit. I have more energy. And sometimes we find ourselves in retirement that we're working harder than we thought we would in retirement. But the thing is this, I don't know what we would be doing to fill our free time with if we hadn't started Retirement Transformed. I think both of us with our energy would have started something. In this case, it was this. But we balance it out.
I think that's the important part. It has to be a balance. I mean, I'll be honest, there are weeks where I feel like this is all we do is Retirement Transformed. Yeah. And then there are weeks when the kids are around or we have friends in town when I feel like we don't do any of this. So
Right.
Again, it's a balance over time.
Right.
So let's go to another truth. If you keep working, you're never going to get those years or that time back.
I know, it's true. And you never hear anyone on their deathbed say, I wish I had worked longer. People don't say that. Now, there are cases where working till your death is what you're called to do. I mean, we recently lost Queen Elizabeth II, and now her son, King Charles. They have devoted themselves to lifelong service, and that's what they do. We don't need to do that. I don't know how long we'll do this, but right now I love it. I'm 65, and I could see doing it 10 or 15 years.
Well,
right?
I think what you have to remember, part of the reason we work is to build the nest egg, right? The
Right.
whole financial aspect. So we can live this phase of our life a little untethered from routines and schedules. But the reality is routines and schedules are what's going to continue to enhance this phase of
So
life.
those are the truths about retiring early. And I think it's important if you're thinking about it, embrace your age. Do not think you're too young to retire. Jody was 55.
I was 53.
53.
He keeps saying 55 and adding years. No bueno.
No, you were and I was 61. I thought I'd work till 65 or 70. But believe that there's something out there for you to do. Take the time to plan and build this phase.
I think it's important to embrace the free time that you have, find opportunities that exist or that you can dig up, and don't squander it. Live fully. And listen, if you enjoyed this, please share with your friends, and also please subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below.
And finally, don't forget to join our free Facebook community. It's growing every single day. The link is in the notes below. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to being with you again.